Hey guys, welcome back to the Ancient Cricks podcast. Today we're going to be talking about, drumroll please,
Church and Reformation.
Woo!
Yo, so what's this all about, gang?
Church and Reformation, like we just said.
Shit, yo, what?
Just sit down. We've got a lot to tell you.
So, what is this church and Reformation stuff you guys doing? Like, why are you so interested in that so much?
Basically, it was a religious revolution in the 16th century that ended up creating Protestantism. We'll go deeper into it.
So, you know Martin Luther, right?
Yeah, wasn't he the guy who made the 95 Theses?
Yeah. Do you know the reason behind it?
No.
Alright, so before we get into this 95 Theses, I'll give you a little background information on Martin Luther. And the start of this Protestant Reformation too. So he was a monk and a professor, and he was a guy who had different beliefs from other churches. And there was actually another guy named Desiderius Erasmus that laid the groundwork for the Protestant Reformation. He was a humanist scholar, and he also had similar beliefs as Martin Luther. He criticized the church before Martin Luther did, and even wrote two major books about it. It's called In Praise of Folly and Discussion on Free Will. Okay, so that was basically it for the basic background information. So now back to the 95 Theses. Martin Luther, he basically wrote this 95 Theses in 1517 because of all the corruption that was happening in between churches at that time. He was also criticizing many churches for it, and one of his most famous contradictions was that salvation was earned by faith rather than good deeds. So it basically means that human works aren't enough to be saved. Faith is the only way that can save you. Yeah, and he basically got these ideas and beliefs by studying the Bible as the main truth. After all this, he got rid of sacraments except communion and baptism, and sparked the formation of many religions. Martin Luther was the one who introduced Lutheranism, which was the first branch of Protestantism. Oh yeah, and one last thing. There was also another branch that happened after Martin Luther, which was Calvinism. It was founded by a guy named John Calvin. It sparked around during 1509 to 1564. He actually held beliefs similar to Martin Luther, and he believed in sin, scriptures, the dependence of humans on God's grace, and justification, not by our action, but by faith alone. And one last thing, he established the Geneva Academy to train children and future leaders.
So, how did the church become so corrupted?
Well, it happened during a period of the Holy Roman Empire. So, fun fact about the Holy Roman Empire, it was neither Holy Roman nor an empire, actually. So, what is the Holy Roman Empire, you ask? It is a loose confederation of around 1,800 entities, sizing from estates to empires and kingdoms, most of those entities speaking German. It was led by Charles V at the time. You know who it is? You know who he is?
Oh yeah, Charles V. I know him.
Yeah. So, it's called Holy Roman Empire, but it's actually located between the boundaries of Germany and northern Italy at the time. And this was the time where the church's corruption peaked. And before the Reformation, all Christians was in Western Europe, and they were a part of the Roman Catholic Church at the time, which was ruled by the Pope. Many traditions of the early Catholic Church included indulgences. You know what indulgences?
No. What's indulgence?
No. Indulgences is basically like, you know how it started off like okay-ish corruptedness, but then it started to progress into like, it started to get more and more corrupted, and then the priests and stuff, they start scamming people. Basically, indulgences is they would sell salvation to these people in order to guarantee them a less like punishment when they die, when they pass on. Yeah, basically that. Another really weird thing and messed up thing that went on was nepotism, which is like people who don't really know much about the stuff gets promoted to a higher spot because they have families, opportunities, and jobs that gave them power to do it. Simony is also related to indulgences, is basically buying or bribing one's way to a position in the church. So it's different from nepotism because you pay people to get you into it. So all this points to the church was extremely rich and powerful before the changes. The people who have high positions in the church have higher authority, obviously, and the priests and the Bible and the word was only allowed to priests, and they would preach to the people. A lot of people travel for miles to places of pilgrimage, which is a journey people take for religious reasons, such as Santiago de Compostela, aka Spain. The Holy Roman Empire was mainly based off Catholic religions, and Holy Roman Empire Charles V didn't like how people were turning into Protestants, which is like what Gina said. Remember what Gina said?
Protestants?
Yeah.
She said Protestants are big, big no-no.
Yeah, at least in the Holy Roman Empire isn't big no-no. And because there was so much internal conflict, the leaders decided to draft a resolution for the conflict with the Lutheran princes, basically the members of the Martin Luther Church, aka Protestants.
Oh, I know this one actually. Peace of Augsburg.
Yay, you actually know. Would you like to explain?
So the Peace of Augsburg was a big deal back then because two of their biggest religion, especially Catholicism and Lutheranism, were clashing with each other. And it was making a lot of problems. It could even destroy Europe itself. So basically, Charles V in 1555 created the Peace of Augsburg. So both religion can actually coexist with each other. This was a good thing because some of the princes are high members of the HRE, basically wanting to be in one of these religions, but because a lot of people in the country are also different religions from each other, this could cause a big political dispute. It could literally destroy a whole country.
Right. So, about Calvinism. Do you know what Calvinism is?
Calvinism?
Right. I'll explain it. Well, Calvinism was actually found by a guy named John Calvin, and it sparked during the time of 1509 to 1564. So he actually held beliefs similar to Martin Luther, and he believed in sin, scriptures, the dependence of humans on God's grace and justification, not by our action but by faith alone. He also established the Geneva Academy to train children and future leaders for it. But who is this Charles V guy?
Oh, Charles V is the Holy Roman Emperor. He was born in 1500s and to 1558. He was the one who originally made the peace treaty because he doesn't like both of the religions clashing with each other all the time. And so he made the peace treaty, but the funny thing is he didn't actually attend the peace treaty because somehow he said that there's some more important war that he has to attend to. So he didn't originally like these religions because it can mess up his political relationship with other countries. But he rejected Luther's and his belief, basically declaring war on the Protestantism as a whole. He summoned Martin Luther to Worms for a meeting with the HRE leaders, basically known as the Diet of Worms. It was a big thing as well.
Okay, KB, did you get any of that?
Absolutely. I learned everything from that. That was actually crazy. Thank you.
Yeah, did you learn anything about that, Gina?
Yeah, I learned a lot because I used to only know about Martin Luther, but now I know about many other people now. My brain's about to explode, but I love it.
Okay. see you guys in the next Ancient Creeks podcast.
See ya.
Bye.